with Chef Dama. It's the holiday season. It's the time when your friends and your family are going to gather together for phenomenal holiday feasts. I'm going to show you a dish that's going to blow them away. This dish combines the succulence of chicken and the rich, tasty flavors of saffron. I'm going to teach you how to make a saffron glazed chicken kebab. It can be served as an appetizer or as a main course. You choose it. You know the best part about this dish? It is so easy to make. People will think you slaved over the stove, but actually, you'll be laughing all the way to the bank. So without any further ado, let's cook! Now to make this dish, we're going to need chicken. I personally prefer chicken thighs. I find chicken thighs a lot juicier and tastier, and they hold up to the flavors of whatever spices you put in a lot better. Now the breast is very good, but the breast of chicken tends to dry out real fast. The thigh, being a juicier meat, retains its succulence and is a better choice when making kebabs. For this recipe, we're going to use 6 pounds of skinless, boneless chicken thigh meat, which needs to be washed, drained, and dried thoroughly. Now for the best flavor of this kebab, you need to marinate this chicken in the fridge overnight. I would say at least 8 hours, but 24 hours is preferable. Now this marinade is super simple. We're gonna start with a couple of onions. For this recipe, we'll need about 2 medium-sized onions, which we're going to peel and give a rough chop. This goes directly into the blender. Next, we follow this with chilies. You will need 1 serrano chili or 2 Thai chilies. If you want this less spicy, get rid of the chili seeds. We follow this with ginger. We need approximately half a cup, which should be roughly chopped into cubes. Next, we work with the garlic. Give the garlic a rough chop and put that in the blender with the other ingredients. This will be followed with 2 tablespoons of salt and 1/4 cup of whole peppercorns. Next, we need to squeeze limes to give us approximately 1/4 cup of freshly squeezed juice. And next, we add 1 cup of whole fat yogurt. Press it all down into the blender, cover, and take your ingredients for a spin. In a few minutes, the ingredients will blend down to form a really nice and smooth puree. Give it a taste for seasoning, and then we start working with our chicken. To avoid cleanup later, I cover my digital scale with some plastic wrap. Now I am making appetizer-sized pieces of chicken kebabs, so each piece should be 1 ounce to 1.5 ounces. If you're using this as a main feature, your pieces should weigh approximately 3 to 4 ounces, but the digital scale gives you the perfect size you need for whatever you're making. In a zip-top bag, pour in a little bit of the marinade. Follow this with the pieces of chicken that you have cut and top it off with the rest of the marinade. This ensures that each piece gets coated. This is now ready for the refrigerator, where it'll soak and seep in all the good flavoring. Alright, the chicken has been in the fridge for 24 hours. It's absorbed the great juicy marinade, and we're now ready to get cooking. Line a heavy baking tray with aluminum foil. This will make cleanup so much easier later on. Rub it down with some vegetable oil and start laying out your pieces of chicken. Make sure you retain the leftover marinade because you're going to need that later. Also, set your oven to the broil mode. We're going to replicate the temperature of a grill, the highest heat possible. This is going to give us that nice dark caramelization on the tops of the chicken, which is what we're looking for. Place this in the oven and allow it to cook. In about 10 minutes, you will see the tops of the chicken have gotten nice and brown. You want to retain the juices that the chicken has let go. Turn the chicken around so it can cook on the other side. Put it back in the oven. Now the juices that you have collected needs to be mixed with the leftover marinade and cooked down to a thick glaze. Mix in a heaped tablespoon of sour cream Give it a good mix and cook it down. We're wanting this to become a thick glaze-like consistency. Now this dish would obviously not be complete without a little bit of saffron. Now saffron is available at your local Indian store. It is frightfully expensive, but the good thing is a little bit of saffron goes a very, very long way. And all you need is a small pinch in your glaze and you're going to get that phenomenal saffron flavor that you're looking for. Sprinkle a few strands of saffron in your glaze and give it a good mix. This needs to be cooked for about 15 minutes so the flavors of saffron infuse in the glaze well. You want to thicken this down even further. When your chicken is done and out of the oven, sprinkle it with a bit of garam masala. Oh, these kebabs, they smell phenomenal. I can't wait. Pour the saffron glaze over the chicken and give it a good mix to make sure all pieces are thoroughly coated. And that's all that there is to it. There you have it. Delicious and succulent saffron glazed kebabs. It's going to be a phenomenal feast at the Dama household. If you make this dish, I guarantee it's going to be the same at yours. This is Chef Dama signing out, wishing one and all happy holidays and happy eating.